like to do with you today, we did some easy work on Tuesday where we were practicing the basics. And I did that because I want us to do, excuse me, a really difficult question today in our lesson. All right, so here is the question that I have selected for us to do. The first parts shouldn't be too bad. So the first question, sort of 3.1, all of those should be fairly easy, and it's meant to get a little bit more difficult when we get down to 3.1, 3.3.1 and 3.3.2. We're going to test our problem solving skills there. Okay, so I hope it's big enough. I wanted the diagram and the questions to be on the screen at the same time. I hope everybody can see this. There's an awful lot for us to read in question 3. So let's get started. They say to us that A, which is 4 and 2, B, 6 and minus 4, and C, minus 2, minus 3 are vertices of triangle ABC. T is the midpoint of CB. The equation of line AC, so that's this line over here, is also given to us. Let's just highlight that for ourselves. So the equation of line AC is 5x minus 6y equals 8. The angle of inclination of AB is alpha, so that's over here. Triangle DCT, so triangle DCT is over here on the left-hand side, is drawn such that CD is parallel to BA. So CD is parallel to BA. We've got one pair of parallel lines. The lines AC and DT intersect at S. There's point S over there. And S is also the y-intercept of AC. P, F, and R are the x-intercepts of DC, AC, and AB respectively. Okay, so we've got some x-intercepts as well. Let's have a look at the first question. The first thing that they want us to do is to calculate the gradient of AB. You can see it's only out of 2 marks. 1 mark for subbing into gradient formula and another mark for the answer. I'm not doing that for you. You guys are going to do that, and then you're going to DM me your answers when you are done. Okay, go. You shouldn't need more than 2 or 3 minutes. You can also DM Naliswa, and she will also be able to assist you. Okay. Sorry, gradient formula is up there, but I think you know what gradient formula is now. Okay, very nice. Inhlafatso, Sehawu, Sinenhlanhla. Good, well done, brilliant. Yes, Natalie, good job. Okay, now that you know what the gradient of line AB is, we're going to calculate the size of alpha. Yes, Nolutando. Okay, go on. Calculate the size of alpha. Yes, iPhone. Oh, Pinga, you've already done that. Good. Chloe. Careful. There, yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, Chloe, you've got it. Katleho, good. Well done. So I'm just going to fill in the answers here behind you guys. Go on and work out the size of alpha. Pinga, I see you're flying here. If you want to go on and do 313 as well, and then 314, that's fine. I'm just going to put up the answers to 311 together with the ticks so that you guys can mark it. See how we're careful. Alpha cannot be an acute angle. Okay, what you are giving me there is your reference angle or your PAA. Chloe, same thing. Okay, can't be a line AB has a negative gradient. That's it, Molebo. Good. Nonela, no. Yes, Natalie. Yes. Ariane, I hope I said that correctly. I hope I said your name correctly. Okay, so we would have said tan alpha equals our gradient of -3. That means that our PAA or our reference angle, sorry, I'm trying to work in the dark here, is 71,57. Okay, that cannot be the size of alpha. Alpha is acute. There we go. Good. Panache, lovely. Catlejo, same story. Okay, 71.57 cannot be the size of alpha. Alpha is obtuse. Okay, so you guys should be getting 108, 43. Okay, so 2 marks. Sabin, answer. Next 2 marks. Tan alpha equals -3. And the answer over there. Yes, always Sinentlantla. Must round correctly to 2 decimal places. Okay. So Chloe, that's correct. Sinentlantla, yes, 2 decimal places always. I'm just going back and having a look at some of the other answers. Okay, good. All right, so iPhone, whoever you are, I'm sorry, I'm calling you iPhone, and Nolatundo, you are already onto the coordinates of T. Well done. Everybody else, you can try that as well. And now try the coordinates of S. Okay, so iPhone. Let me just double check signs here. iPhone, just be careful. Maybe it was just a little typo. Your Y coordinate. Just double check that. Nolatundo, what you sent me is perfect. So you can go on to question 3.1.4. Okay. Yes, Keithlin, lovely. Well done. Good. Jude, beautiful. Well done. Yes, Pinga. Yes, Pinga, very good. Okay. Okay, Sinenhlanhla, your Y coordinate is correct, your X coordinate is wrong. Yes, Natalie, perfect. Pinga. Yes, that's right. Pinga, 2, not -2. Yes. Cohen Nicole. Saw me, lovely. Good, well done. Okay, on to 314. Pinga, go on to 3.2. I'm going to put the rest of the answers up here behind you guys, which you obviously I've confirmed with you if you are correct. Okay, so that's what you guys have sent me for the coordinates of t. 2 and minus 7 over 2. Lovely. Good, Natalie. Good, Nonela. Your coordinates for S are perfect. You guys can also go on to question 3.2. Yeah, they're amazing, hey, Neliswa. These guys are so super fast. Yes,
Yeah,
no
they
problem.
work really
They're incredible,
fast.
hey? Very, very hard working. Good, Sinentlantla.
I'm so
Good
impressed.
job. Sekatelo, I hope I've gone down enough. Is that down enough? Okay, so again, I'm going to follow behind you guys. Put up the answers for 314. This was also out of 2, so a mark for subbing in, a mark for the answer. Yes, Pinga. Good, well done. That is the answer for 3.2. Shisana, that's right. So Pinga, you can start thinking about 331. I'm just going to do 314. I just need to go up quickly. 5x minus 6y equals 8. 5x minus 6y equals 8. So we would have had oh, sorry, that needs to be a minus because I'm dividing through by a negative. Okay, and S is obviously okay, so therefore okay, so we've all got the same answer for 314. That's down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Let's see what you guys are doing for 3.2. Nolatundo, yes. Chloe, same answer. Sekatelo did not get that for S. Bayo, very good. Well done. Okay, so Sekatelo, have a look here at 314 in the bottom left-hand corner. That's how we would have worked out the coordinates for S. Yes, saw me. Very nice. Sure, you guys are so super fast. It's brilliant. Okay, so it would have been important here too to rearrange the equation, show that x was equal to 0 at S, and then work out that y at that point was minus 4 over 3. A lot of you have already gone on. Yes, Natalie. Yes, Sihawu. You have already gone on and you have worked out the equation of CD in 3.2. Very good. Okay, and you've worked out that it is the line y equals minus, whoopsie, minus 3x minus 9, which is correct. Yes. Okay, Nicole. Okay, Nicole, I hope I've gone up enough. Well done. So you've all got the equation of CD. I presume I don't need to do the calculation for that. because it was easy enough. You know what the gradient of AB is. You know that it's -3. So the gradient of DC would also be -3. And then you can sub in the point at C, 2, -2, and -3 to get your -9. Okay. Wow. Pinga, you are flying. Okay, so Pinga's already got an answer for 3.3.1. Okay, Pinga, let's see. Yes, Cohen Nicole. Okay, Pinga, you can start thinking about 332 while the rest of us have a look at the next question. Okay, the size of DCA. Okay, so DCA, that is this angle over here. DCA is this angle over here. How do you think you're going to calculate the size of DCA? What are your ideas, Matrix? How would we get DCA? Can you see any other angle that it would be equal to that we could calculate the size of? Nolatando, go for it.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So what we're going to do is that they already told us that DC and AB are parallel. So we're going to use alternating angles.
Good.
And then we already have the angle of theta. We can find the angle of AC because we already have the gradient, and then from there we use exterior angles to find the angle of A, which is going, and then alternating angles, and then we're going to find the angle of DCA.
Exactly. All right. Very well done. Good, guys. That was brilliant. Okay, you explained that beautifully. Okay, so DCA and A are equal to each other because they are alternate angles. Angle theta, which we already have, is the exterior angle of this little triangle over here. So we can use the gradient of line AC to calculate theta. That'll give us A, and then we will get C. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys do that. And then again, you can DM me your answers. And then I see, sorry, Katleho, you had a hand up. What's up, Katleho?
Ma'am,
I'm
sorry, ma'am. I'm a little bit behind. Ma'am,
That's
I was
okay.
thinking about 3.1.2, ma'am, and I really don't understand why you had to minus before you make it official, ma'am. That is the angle. I don't
Okay,
understand.
that's fine. Okay, everybody else, you carry on with what you're doing. So somebody just asked me to scroll down, so that's why I've scrolled down. I hope that I've scrolled down enough for you and I can go back up again. Okay. Katleho, the gradient of line AB is negative. Okay, so over here you can see when we've worked out the gradient of AB, we've got a negative answer. Okay, so when the gradient of your line is negative, your angle is obtuse. This angle over here is an obtuse angle. That means that it's bigger than 90. Okay, so remember your angles are measured from the horizontal in an anti-clockwise direction. So angle theta is obtuse. Does that make sense, Katleho? Good, Natalie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's why you either work out a PAA or you might work out an RA, whatever the case is, only using your ratio. So you'll go shift tan, you'll put in your 3, you get 71,57, and then you've got to take that away from 180. So remember, this is 180 degrees here. It's a straight line. So this 71,57 is this bit that I'm coloring in blue. Okay, alpha is going to be 180 minus this bit in blue. Does that make sense now?
Yes, ma'am, it does. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
all
ma'am.
right. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Okay, Chloe, the answer that you've sent me is different to everybody else's. I think you got part of the answer. So I'm just going to start working behind you guys. Hang on a second. We know what the gradient, we know that line AC, so we know that the gradient of AC is 5/6, isn't it? So we know that the gradient of AC So I've worked out theta to be 39,81. So that means that A is going to be alpha, which is 108,43 minus and that's where we get the 68,62 from. Because there are alternate angles DC parallel to AB. So DCA would also be 68,62. Okay, sorry, I haven't checked the chat for a while. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so everybody's getting that right. Ping, I'm going to answer you now. Sinenhlanhla. Maybe you just pressed something funny on your calculator, Sinenhlanhla. Sometimes that happens. Okay, where you think that you've pressed 5/6, but you pressed 5/7 or whatever the case was, and then we get slight differences in our answers. Okay, so maybe you just did something a little bit strange. Okay, now Pinga, you are asking a question. What's the formula to calculate the area of a non-right angled triangle again? So now, Pinga, you want to use the area rule. So if you have got triangle ABC, okay, so if you've got triangle ABC, all right, we would say that the area of triangle ABC would be equal to half AB sine C. Okay, so if this is the angle that we know, we need to have this side over here and we need to have that side over there. Okay, Pinga. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Neliswa. All right, so Pinga's onto something there. This is obviously trying to calculate the last bit. All right. Are we all happy of how we got DCA to be 68.62? Are we all good up to this point? Yes, no. Yes, Secatelo. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Again, this was out of 4 marks. So it would be important for us to work out theta, the alternate angles, our answer, and then here, I think for saying tan theta equals 5/6 would be the other place where we would get a mark. Okay, cool. So now let's turn our attention to what Pinga is trying to calculate, which is the area of POSC. POSC. Okay, so let's use a highlighter and let's highlight POSC. So there's POSC. Okay, so that's this shape over here. I don't think that I would use the area rule in this particular question. There's another question where when you want to work with the area rule, you need to know one of the size of the angles. Okay, then again, look, you have got C, haven't you? You know that this angle over here, hang on a second, we know that this was 68,62, didn't we? But where is our triangle? Okay, we haven't, that 62 point, there's no triangle inside POSC that we can actually use this angle for. Okay. Nolutando, go for it.
Ma'am, can we try using the big triangle PFC?
Ah, good girl. Keep talking. Okay, I love what you're saying. Okay, keep talking. So you said PFC, yes. Yeah.
Ma'am, so what I was doing was, since we already know that angle that you originally labeled as theta, which was 39,81, so we can use vertically opposite angles to get that angle inside the triangle.
Yes.
And then we already know that F and P are x coordinates, x-intercepts, so we can find their coordinates and find the distance.
We can do.
And then we find the area of the big triangle, and then minus the area of the small triangle, which is OSF, and then we get the area of the POSC.
Well done. Well done, Nolutando. That's beautiful. Excellent problem solving. Very, very good. I don't know if the rest of you followed that, what she had said. Okay, Lisa Kanya, you didn't. That's all right. Get started. All right. Lisa Kanya, I will explain that to you again, what she has said there. It's one way of being able to do it. There's obviously other ways of being able to do this. If you understood her, get started and try and do it yourself. Nolutando, you are definitely today's superstar. So is Pinga. Pinga's already sent me the answer for 332, but don't worry, Pinga, you are amazing as well. Pinga, what I would like to be able to do, I don't know how I'm going to do this, is I'd like to give you another question that you could focus on while the rest of us are still busy with the area of POSC. Let me think how. Pinga, this is what I wanted you to continue with. Okay, Pinga, can you take a screenshot of this? And then you can continue working on that. Have you got a screenshot, Pinga? Cool beans. Okay. All right. So Nolutando's suggestion here was if you look at the pink, okay, she's saying that the area POSM can be calculated by taking the area of a triangle and minusing the area of another triangle. Okay, so in other words, POSM, come on, pen. What kind of M is that? So the area of POSM is going to be the area of the big pink triangle, so PCF minus the area of this little triangle over here, OSF. Katlejo, do you see that now? Lisa Kanya, do you see that now? Okay, so the green bit that I've highlighted is going to be the big triangle, PCF, minus the little triangle, OSF. Can you see that now in the picture? Is it making sense now? Lisa Kanya saying yes? Katlejo, you can see that now? Okay, cool. All right, so now you need to calculate the area of triangle PCF. And Tlefatso, you see that now? Where is M? Balentle, what do you mean, where's M? Which M? Which M are you looking for in Balentle? Sorry, Mbalentle. Sorry. POSC, not M. My apologies. Sorry. POSC. POSC. I don't know why I said M. My apologies. Sorry, Mbalentle. The M was supposed to be the C. POSC. Okay. So hopefully now that we see that, we've got an idea of how to do this. Let's go for it and see if we can do it. Okay, and again, you can DM me your answers when you are ready. Okay, so Pinga sent me an answer. I'm just waiting to see what the rest of you have got before we move on. Okay, so now Lutando, you've gone wrong somewhere. It's not 12,73, I'm afraid. Let's just go back and go and check to see if anybody else has got any answers. Now, Lutando, what did you get your coordinate, your x coordinate at P to be? I agree. I got the same. And for F, what did you get? Your coordinates at F, what did you get there? Okay, so remember, you don't have to use distance formula for a horizontal line. Okay, you can say the x to the right minus the x to the left. Anyone else got an answer for the area of POSC yet? Okay, bio, you've got 7,15. Okay, my answer was different, bio. I'm just going to see if anybody else is going to offer us an answer, and then we can do this together. Okay, so I don't want us to run out of time. And I want us, Lisa Kanya, you've got 17 comma something. Okay, all right. You know what, guys, this is a very difficult question, and it's wonderful that you've all had the courage to try and answer it. And I can understand why you might feel a little bit annoyed or upset or irritated at the fact that this is a little bit difficult, but it is, okay? So let's do this together, right? This is how I would do this question. Okay, Vilma, you've got 17,81. Thank you for sharing your answer, Vilma. This is how I would do it. First of all right, you can use the area rule if you want to. But if you want to use the area rule, it means you need to know the length of PC and CF in order to get the area of triangle PCF. So that means then calculating the lengths, that's closer, Nonela. That means calculating the lengths of PC and CF. There's a slightly easier way to do it, all right? Remember, we can always calculate the area of a triangle using half base times height. Okay, but it has to be perpendicular height, doesn't it? Okay, so for PCF, we can use half base times height. And for OSF, we can also use half base times perpendicular height. Okay, Nicole, thank you. Now, if we go back and we have a look at triangle PCF, what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat line PF like it is the base of the triangle, which means again there is an invisible perpendicular height from C to the x-axis. That would be the perpendicular height. We know the equation of line DC, so we can calculate the coordinates at P. We should get -3 and 0. We also know the equation of AC, which means we can calculate the coordinates at F. We get 8/5. So that means if I want to calculate the length of line PF, it is a horizontal line. So it is the x at F, which is 8/5, minus the x at P, which is -3. So that means that the length of line PF is going to be sorry, I'm working in the dark here, guys. I get 23/5. Shame's in Atlanta. I wonder if there's something on your maybe you need to reset your calculator. Okay, so now I'm going to do this matrix half my base, my line PF, okay, is 23/5 units long. And now I can work out the height. So on a Casio, you would press Shift AC 9. Hold on, so it would be Shift AC, Shift 9, Shift 9, 3 equals, and then press AC, and that would reset your calculator. Okay. The perpendicular height of triangle PCF, if I draw a perpendicular from C to the x-axis, no problem, it would be 3 units long because of this y coordinate over here. Remember, distances are positive. Okay, so the y coordinate at C, iPhone, the y coordinate at C tells us how far C is from the x-axis. Does that make sense to you? The y coordinate at C tells us the distance between point C and the x-axis. We just don't often think about it like that. Yes. Okay, so that means that the height is 3. Okay, triangle OSF is a little bit easier. Okay, because it's a right-angled triangle. Okay. So half, if we treat the base as OF, we know that the coordinate at F was 8/5. So that would be 8/5. And we also know that the coordinate at S is -4/3. So the length of OS would be 4/3. And now we can pop all of that into our calculators. Let's see what we get. What are you guys getting as an answer? That's it. Okay, difficult question, hey? That's at least a Kanya, well done. Good. Of course you can, iPhone. I'm sorry I'm calling you iPhone. Please, please ask questions. Yes, go for it. Unmute and ask. iPhone? There we go. How do you know which units we should use, for example? Okay, you don't. All right, so just use units squared. Just say units squared. If they give you centimeters, then go for it. But in this question, we didn't know. We would just have to say units squared. So you were close, Nanela. Bonga, yes, with pleasure. That's why I wanted to finish the question when I did, so that I could go and explain this to you again. Explain the process behind why we use the values we subbed in for B and H. Yes, Bonga, with pleasure. Okay, so Bonga, what I was doing was this. Okay, all right. I calculated the length of PF to be 23/5. Okay, that's because I know that at P, the x coordinate is -3, and at F, the x coordinate is 8/5. So I can work out the length of PF by saying 8/5 minus -3, that gives me 23/5. Okay, so that's the length of this line over here, Bonga, the base. If line PF is the base, then this line that I'm drawing in here, that would be the perpendicular height of triangle PCF. Okay, so now when you look at your coordinates at C, your x coordinate tells you how far C is from the y-axis. It's 2 units to the left of the y-axis. Your y coordinate tells you how far point C is from your x-axis. Okay, so what that means is that the perpendicular height of this line over here must be 3 units. Okay, because the y coordinate at C is -3. Okay, Bonga? So that's why I've used this 3 over here. It comes from that. Does that make more sense to you? Okay, so remember, an x coordinate tells you how far a point is from the y-axis. A y coordinate tells you how far a point is from an x-axis. Okay, so that's why I can say, and remember, I'm only using positives here because we're talking about distances. You see, Vilma? Okay, so C is 3 units away from line PF. Okay, so that gives me my base and my perpendicular height. Okay, then, is that making a bit more sense now? Oh, wow, Pinga, you are amazing. Yes. Pinga square root 17, 1/4. Yes, that's correct. 2.3. 1/4x minus 9/2. That's correct, Pinga. So you haven't done 2.4, 2.5, or 2. Try and do those, Pinga, and then I'm going to give you the answers next time, okay? Well done, Pinga. You're incredible. You really are. You've got a real talent for maths. Everybody else, as far as the other little triangle was concerned, okay, so this line over here, we know that it's 8/5 because we know what the x coordinate at F is. We also know the length of this line, OS, because we know what the coordinates at S are, and we know that they are -4/3. So the length of OS is 4/3. Okay, Bonga. So half base times height minus half base times height, and that's where our answer comes from. Okay, yeah, don't forget about the quiz, guys. Go and try that this evening. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope that working out POSC was a challenge for you. Moyo, let's just see your question. That's correct, Moyo. No, there would be different ways for us to answer this question. I mean, what we could do, Moyo, I don't know how everybody else feels about this, by Katlego, is we could always come back and we could look at other ways that we can answer this particular question, because what I've just shown you is one method. We could actually do it in a number of different ways as well. Okay, but I think this is the easiest way, to be honest with you, Moyo. Yeah, because you're right, it does have to be a perpendicular height, quite right. Pinga, just pleasure, Nicole. Okay, Pinga, I'm just reading your answers.
The people that I have, it's Tandu and everything.
Yes, you're right, Pinga, you'd prove it with midpoint formula. 2.5. Yes, good. 2.6. Yes, I also got 104,04, Pinga. Okay, so Pinga, the only one where we've got a different answer, in 2.7, I got
'Come achieve.
I got an area of 2,125 square units, Pinga, for 2.7.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, Natalia.
Bye, bye. Bye, everyone.
Sharp, Mart. Eric,
Pinga,
Mike,
if you're still there, then I can show you my solution quickly. Okay, so this is what I did, Pinga, for 2.7. Let me just show you on my pen here. Okay. So Pinga, I worked out the equation of AC, and I got that to be y equals minus 4x minus 13. I then worked out the coordinate at F, and I got that to be x equals minus 13 over 4. I then, it's similar to what what I was doing now. So I said that this is the base, and I said that that is your perpendicular height over there. You could, if you wanted to, use the area rule as well, Pinga. If you calculate the length of FB and you calculate the length of EB, but then you'd obviously need alpha to be able to do that. And then I worked out the length of FB by saying it would be 1, because it's this one over here, minus negative 13 over 4, which gave me the length of FB to be 17 over 4 units. And then I said that the area of triangle FBE was half. My base I used was FB, and then the little height I've put in pink there for you. So that would be half. And then this would be 17 over 4, and then I said the height of this triangle is 1 because of that y coordinate over there. Okay, and that's how I got 2,125 square units. Okay, Pinga. Okay, sorry everybody, I was just showing Pinga how to do that particular question, but it kind of links back to exactly what we were talking about today. All right. Pinga, does that make sense? Okay. All right. You're a champ, Pinga. Well done.